Hello guys, Samuel Archibald, student founder of Stun, and today we're actually going to be doing a video involving microcontrollers and explaining what the difference between a microcontroller and a computer is, and also, explaining what Arduino is and what are these words. So, to get started, a microcontroller is a computer on a chip that is designed specifically to interact with the world using inputs and outputs. Now you might be saying, okay, that might be like a SoC, which is a system on a chip. This is meant to have interchangeable input/output. It's meant to interact with the world. It's meant to control a door. It's meant to, turn on LEDs. It's meant to do all this stuff. So you can, create products. It's meant to be like a microwave. You have the buttons with the keypad and all that. And it's extremely low powered. It doesn't take that much electricity. And they usually work in loops, which makes them very helpful for things like microwaves and cars, etc., etc. So, the best known microcontroller is the famous Arduino. That's Arduino. So the best known is the Arduino. There are other ones, like the PIC, basic stamp boards, and there all sorts of other stuff. So a microcontroller is not just Arduino. They're not limited to the Arduinos. Use a different microcontroller board that's made also by Arduino. There's microcontroller is a small chip that's based around. So the one of these development boards is actually just a it just gives us the big chip on it. Chip that whatever the development board is developing with. It's just meant to give it all that circuitry so it can just work. You plug it in and it just works. It gives it the clock circuitry, the power circuitry, the USB circuitry, make it all work. And something about Arduino is it's completely open source, so anyone can go and they can actually clone it. This is an Arduino clone. It has a very slightly different color change, different color, but it doesn't have the word Arduino on it. It just has the word Uno. They're both Unos. So if it's open source, it means that anybody it means you've uploaded the design files and anyone can go grab them and do whatever they want with them, including sell them if they wanted to go and manufacture their own. But Arduino is a company based in Italy. It's made by a group of people that decided, all right, we want to do something cool and all that. And then they went and they made an agreement with a manufacturer, which they're actually having legal battles with right now. But they had an agreement with that manufacturer, so they started making these Arduinos and they sold them everywhere, and they're extremely popular. And one of the reason why they're extremely popular is actually not the board itself, but the software. The software was what was the big selling point, and that's why it became so popular. And what's the difference between this board and this? Well, the chip for one, but that's the software that they run. With this, you plug it into USB. It can go and you can program on the computer. You can do the same with this one, but what's in the software? It actually has its own programming language that's really easy to use, and people really like, and they really like using it. So that's a big plus for this. Another thing is you can make your own libraries, which is I believe a bit easier for this, but I'm not sure. So that's another plus for this. Another thing would be the fact that you can go ahead and you can make it compatible. You can go ahead and write your own script to make it so the Arduino software can program any other microcontroller that uses ISCP, or in-circuit serial programming, or ICSP, in-circuit serial programming, which is that header that's on the Arduino, which you use one of these to program ICSP. But you can program any chip you want now. That makes it very simple, very easy, and you can still use the same Arduino code. So that's the only reason why the Arduinos are popular, is because of that software. It's the only reason why they're so successful, because this is just another one. Oh, last thing is the shields. I forgot to mention that. They're extremely popular because of the shields. The shields, you can just go ahead and buy a shield, and then you plug it in, bam, extra functionality. That's another huge selling point for this thing. And then eventually people caught on and they're like, oh yeah, let's make some products. Let's attach them to breadboards. Let's build some motor shields. Let's make it so you can go ahead and you can build pretty much anything without having to wire up a single thing. You can just, if you wanted to make a prototype, you can just attach a whole bunch of shields, attach a breadboard, wire up whatever you don't have on the shield and the breadboard, put together all the shields, all the work. So that's why it's so popular. And the real difference between something like a Raspberry Pi and a Arduino is really the fact that everything on the Arduino is one chip, and it is much lower power, and you can actually go ahead and you can take this chip out and you can put it into anything. You can go ahead and you can use it in a product. This is it's a full computer. It's so overpowered for something you use a microcontroller for. And yeah, so the only these Arduinos are actually the ones that have Arduino on it are made by Arduino. If they don't have Arduino on it, then it should be an Arduino board. It's illegal if you don't put it on there and you manufacture it and you still put the Arduino name on it for quality control reasons. But yeah, that was just a basic overview of the what a microcontroller is, why they're so popular, and microcontroller is just a chip. An Arduino Uno is just that one big chip right there. Everything else is just support circuitry to make it work, and just to give it the nice layout, so you can go ahead and buy a shield from Adafruit like we did, put it right on, make that work, or buy a joystick shield from SparkFun. It's incredibly simple, and that's why they're so successful. Successful is the shield and the software, and that's why we use them in the workshop. And yeah. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. Drop a like if you liked it, or dislike if you didn't like it. Hit the subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos or you're in the workshop. So see you guys next time. Bye.